Hello and welcome to the quarterfinals of the Staff Cup number 3. We will see one game between these two teams. It's going to be 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup playing on the dire side this game, with a random first pick going the way of the Good Studios, who are playing on the Radiant side for this game and having banned out the Keeper of Light as their first pickup. I do believe this is the best set of one. It is, or is it? Or is it a best set of one? I think it is a best set of one. It should be a best set of one. It's the best set of one. It is normal captain's mode. We're gonna have and the semifinals and the quarterfinals, or all normal captain's mode, and only the finals will see 1 game trader mode, 1 game normal captain's mode, and the last game to be decided by the community. And yeah, that's what we're here seeing right now, captain's mode. So we're gonna have some tryouts on our hands, as we have weapons indeed drafting for the Good Studio side, with Toby1 drafting on the side of 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup. We have got Nyx, Bat, Colo, as well as Lone Druid getting banned out, and the Magnus being the first pickup, the hero that makes, well, I was gonna say makes, you know, makes everything possible, but we all know that at some point it was known as the Wepas RP. Let's see if Good Studio can actually get back from that one, and if Wepas can redeem himself, if he is indeed going to be playing that, because of course that remains to be seen, as we're going to be seeing Toby taking the time to draft the Rubik as their first pickup, and the Queen of Pain right after that one. So that will be their solo mid and their solid support. Already 2 heroes that kind of don't give away anything just yet. You can pick up anything with those 2 heroes. Queen of Pain is solid any stage of the game if she gets enough farm. Rubik solid support all the time as well. Of course also able to steal that RP. And hello Powerhouse with a Gyrocopter and a Lifestealer picked up by the Good Studio. Basically already deciding, you know what, we have our 3 lanes sorted, so we're gonna see some heavy support bans coming out from the Dire team. And well, in theory, of course, Gyrocopter can be going on a support gyro. True. But I'm kind of thinking he is not going to be that. And we are going to be seeing Magnus mid, aggressive trialing, and the Lifestealer free farming solo safe lane. Unless Gyrocopter free farming solo safe lane, or Gyrocopter mid, Magnus off lane, Lifestealer solo safe lane, or Gyrocopter mid, Magnus solo safe lane, and Lifestealer and an aggressive trialing. There are so many possibilities. The only thing that is still obvious is that there are supports needed. We're gonna be seeing Toby taking his time again. I mean, taking into his bonus time. Gonna be needing a bit of control here. I mean, he's already up against 3 powerhouses. He needs to pick up his own powerhouse if he wants to be able to survive the first 20 minutes of the game, if he actually is gonna be aiming for that, or maybe he wants to go for a more aggressive kind of build. We have got, of course, still in the pool the Wisp. But if they pick up the Wisp right now, they wouldn't have, like, Good Studio would have had the chance to ban out everything that they would have been able to match up with that one. But they pick up the Darkseer instead. Kind of surprised that Wisp is just completely ignored here. Could still be a good pickup for the Good Studio if they get the chance to get that. Darkseer being the solo off lane for the Dire team, and therefore leaving carries to get banned out by the Good Studio, as we see the Weaver being the first ban out. Darkseer, of course, also a hero that can go into that jungle, and therefore only needing 1 support and then just go for 2 extra lanes. So the potential is still there, though Darkseer is probably going to be going on the suicide lane and might be hiding in a jungle until he actually has enough farm to be sitting on a lane to begin with. Gonna be seeing some supports getting banned out. We have got, of course, Bane, Shadow Demon all in the pool. I mean, I say Bane, and I know that he is considered a counter against the Lifestealer, but it is the Good Studio that has the first pickup. The only downside is if they indeed pick up the Bane, the Fiend's Grip is very easy to steal by Rubik, as it is, of course, a channeling spell. So you have to be very careful with that one.
5 seconds remaining.
So maybe Toby wants to actually let it go through, but we'll find out. We have basically got any support still in, apart from the Coddle and the Nyx. It is the Shadow Demon that gets banned out first. Not too surprising ban. Phantom Lancer is going to be one that we'll see getting banned out here as well. Like I said, carries that I don't want to be dealing with. I gotta be getting the sack here. It's kind kind of difficult. Like, in teams like this, as we saw it yesterday as well, in drafts like this, you can't think about this draft as you would about a competitive game. Because these are not competitive players. These are not professional players, so you are best picking what your teammates can actually play properly rather than going for those standard drafts. Unless your team can actually play that properly, obviously. So it's really hard to see what people still want to be picking up. I mean, for example, if there's nobody really good at Chen, why would you even pick up Chen, even if it would look killer on your lineup? You know, that kind of things. But we'll find out. We're gonna have a puck getting banned out. Quite surprising to see that, considering we already decided that they've got their 3 lanes sorted. But with the possibility that Gyro is still gonna get played as support, they want to just ban out that puck, because puck against the Queen of Pain. I mean, might be Purge playing that one. And maybe him saying, you know what, I don't care what I'm playing up against, but I don't want to be playing up against the puck, so we should be banning that out. And Skywrath Mage, another mid hero getting banned out. Interestingly enough, we have got the Wisp getting banned out still. So that is quite solid, even though I think like if it was picked up, it would be the good studio picking that one up, but they don't want that. Let's see if they want to pick up the Bane. Bane Gyrocopter works out very nicely. Of course, you get your Nightmare and you can set up for a great Rocket Barrage if you want to go for an aggressive trial, and that is part of the options, especially also if you want to set up for Light Strike Array or, you know, anything like that.
5 seconds
Ice
remaining.
Paths, you name it. And of course also Jakira would be great also to get it with the Magnus, or at least some kind of support with some AoE splitters, Light Strike Array, Jakiro all work out great to get it with the Magnus, where you have got that AoE damage following up on the RP that in theory would hit people. So we're gonna see which one of those they want to be getting. As they are actually taking their time this time. They haven't been taking that much into their bonus time. It is actually the Dire team that only has 14 seconds left. And I think they're gonna be grateful with the good studio taking their time right here, because this time is of course also used by 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup to decide about what they want to do with their lineup and what they are actually wanting to be picking, what they can expect from their opponents. And I think they are happy that that they actually indeed get the time for that. And that good studio is actually giving them that time. But only 40 seconds remaining in their bonus time. They have to decide soon which kind of support do they want to go for. Or are they going to give away that Gyrocopter is a support rather than anything else and just pick up a laning hero still? And I mean, in theory, there's a lot of heroes in the pool that we haven't seen that much of. I mean, a Tusk, for example, can totally disrupt any kind of fight that 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup has. But they pick up the Lina. I mean, I've said it earlier. One of the heroes that works out great together with and the Gyrocopter / Bane. I've said Bane. And it works together with a Lifestealer. You have got the open wounds followed up on a Light Strike Array. And of course work together with the Magnus. Now normally you see a Leshrac Lifestealer. But them picking up the Lina means that they also are thinking about the burst potential in terms of damage with the RPs there. And maybe already wanting to have a setup for that Bane. But that will all depend on their last pickup. And if 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup is not going to pick that up for themselves, considering Bane is considered a counter towards that Lifestealer, just holding him in place, making sure that nothing is going to happen. Now, the one thing that is troublesome is that if he does that, and there is a Gyrocopter in the game, and he is indeed going to be the carry kind of guy, he will be able to just hit him with his flak cannon, and Bane will die. Because he can't move, can't hide, can't do anything. But he will be picked up.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see the last pickup now, because they're like, in terms of setups, normally you want to have Lina or Shrek, Jakira, whatever, with a solid disable. So with a Nightmare, for example, or Shadow Demon Disruption work the same. But now they're really banking on their Lifestealer. So I'm expecting to see Gyro as a support here, actually, with Windrunner as the one to take the offlane. Windrunner, we have seen him as a support as well, and I like this purely because you don't really know which one of the two is going to be going for a support role, or if anybody is actually going for a support role, or if they're all going to be taking some farm and going to be having a roaming team or something like that. But you know, there's a lot of possibilities here, and we're going to be seeing what the answer is for the last pickup of 4 guys, 1 girl, 1 cup, as they still need their kind of carry.
5 seconds remaining.
I say kind of carry, they still definitely need their carry.
Anti-mage.
Hello, Carrie. Hello, Anti-Mage. So let's see who is going to be taking on which role, who is going to be playing what, and who is going to be taking the quarterfinals to make it to the semifinals in just the best out of one captain's mode for the Staff Cup 3rd edition. And we are going to be seeing Toby1 playing the
Prepare for battle.
Rubik. And I'm kind of disappointed about the lack of courier show potential thing. We're gonna be seeing B2RU playing the Bane in this game, going for full support. Durka is gonna be playing the hard carry, we'll be playing that anti-mage. In the mid lane we are gonna be indeed seeing Purge on his Queen of Pain. On the bottom lane, Dota Capitalist is gonna be playing the Darkseer on on the Suicide lane. In the meantime, Aggressive Trilane is indeed the name of the game. It will be Drasko on the Lifestealer, and we know, I think a lot of you people have seen him often on the Lifestealer on his stream, going for motorboat, race car, whatever, race car Lifestealer. So we will see probably that one again. Face boots, drums, Sunshine Yasha are items that he sometimes goes for as well. We have got Too Good playing the Windrunner. Will be having a nice Nuxie set actually. Looking sweet. We have Bruno playing the Lina, so this is their aggressive trial, and with Too Good actually gonna be going for a support role Windrunner here, and we'll of course be trying to get in good positions for Shackles level 1, and just, you know, Shackles power shots, just to go for aggressive tri lane. And probably skip that Windrun until he's level 3. In the meantime, in the mid lane we have got Wepas on his Magnus. I would say signature hero, but I would be lying. He is gonna be playing Magnus, and hopefully for him not missing any kind of RPs. We have Scriff playing the Gyrocopter solo bottom lane. He should be fine up against a Darkseer. We'll be able to push the lane back out. Like the danger, if you're soloing against a Darkseer, at some point you'll be forced to last it under your tower because the Iron Shell will push out the lanes too far. But if you spec Flak Cannon, you can just keep the lane pushed out for yourself as well, and it should be a fairly decent lane for him. As the top lane is the lane where we're going to be spending most of our attention. Because I don't think we're going to be seeing any extra action on the middle lane, and nor on the bottom lane. Middle lane might be, we might be seeing something from Purge, but Purge overall should be playing it safe until he has a couple more levels. Might be trying to make use of the harassment that he can throw out on Wepas, but we'll see, As we will also see top lane, because that's where we are going to be spending most of our attention. That's what I just said. We already see Durka being very careful, knowing that one open wounds can set up for a lot of burst damage going through. We have got that light strike array to follow up on the open wounds. You can try to dodge that, you can try to blink away, obviously, but it is, well, the blink away is easy, the dodging is easier said than done because of that immense slow. So we're probably not going to see them going for Durka to begin with. Probably going to be the Bane. Now the thing is, they only have got a setup slow, not a setup stun. So even if the Bane gets targeted, he can still nightmare himself, and that means that if the stun is casted at about the same time, Bruno will actually not be able to do any damage because of that. Those couple of seconds that Bane's nightmare actually makes the target immune to everything. In the meantime, we see indeed the harassment going through. Already Weapons without any mana wants, of course, go for his bottle. Has got the bottle completed in the Drodo courier, who will be bringing it to him. Purge already has his bottle, so slightly ahead there, as we have got some wards placed to make sure the pooling is going to be tough for Toby here. And aggressive tri-lane so far, not so aggressive. I mean, I just said they can go for the Bane, but even if they do go for the Bane and the Bane doesn't get his Nightmare up at the exact right time, we still have the telekinesis to worry about if Toby is indeed in range in time. Because that's going to be mandatory. He needs to be there to telekinesis the target that's going to get attacked, or to counter.
Dire's middle tower,
well, to counter telekinesis the target that is. To counter the target that is attacking the target that is attacking his teammate. If that makes sense. It makes no sense. Damn, I make no sense. Hey, Stroon, picked up by the Queen of Pain. Let's see if he can get a first blood out of this. I think he actually might be able to. Screams can be there if he wants to. That Haystroon giving a lot of harassment to weapons. I think Purge is actually gonna be, yeah, screaming. Right clicks, dodging, diving, needs vision, and no, bottle charging, weapons hiding. And that is gonna be a not first blood with the Haystroon, unfortunately for Purge. In the meantime, we have a tower skipping Darkseer coming in here, actually having the creep helping him out. Has got level 2 Iron Shell. We'll be able to just get all the creeps and also get some neutrals to add to that. Script is going to be having, like I said, an easy time at least pushing the lane back out. He has got that flak cannon. He will be harassed a bit by the creeps, but they won't do that much to him. And he'll be able to get farm as well. In the meantime, on the top lane, we do have the initiation. Nightmare was at the right time. Shackle does not ledge. Nightmare actually gets taken over by Bruno by accident. It is Durka that actually tries to go for Too Good. Can't find him though. And now Durka in trouble. Bruno getting a nice light strike array up, but will still go down to Durka's last hit. Power shot sends him on the way. Telekinesis was there as well, but can't get anything done. First blood going the way of the anti-mage. And everything being used as predicted, kinda. We had, of course, got the initiation that came from the good studio with the open wounds, setting up for the Bane. Bane nightmared himself at the right time. Light Strike Array missed. Telekinesis was there to stop Draskell from attacking Durka. Durka jumped forward, got himself a kill up on the on Bruno because the brain saps were just too potent to not get a kill there. And yeah, the Light Strike Array was still there in the end, but couldn't really get anything done. The disable is higher up on the Dire team, and that is hurting them right now. Shackle wasn't latching, and kind of had to latch for them to get another disable off. So, as expected, resulting in first blood for the anti-mage. Not really where you want to be seeing yourself in an aggressive trial, and if you're on the good studio side, because giving first blood to a safe lane anti-mage. That's painful, and he is rich right now. And he's already going to be having his Ring of Health. And this is our booted, well, actually Tranquil Boost, no Ring of Health for him. Tranquil Boosts are going to be his choice. Survivability. Courier flying through. They don't care. Killing off the wards as they go, trying to do as much as they can to the neutrals. They might even be able to kill off Toby 1 if they are aggressive enough, but Toby playing it safe, so going to be hiding behind at the other side of the neutrals, gonna be just fine. And they have to make, well, I'd say they have to make this work, but that is not really true, because Gyrocopter is still highest up on last hits, and Scriff can, in theory, carry this game for the good studio. So even if they don't exactly win this top lane, as long as they don't feed Durka too much, the Gyro will still be able to outcarry him mid-game. I say mid-game because at some point Anti-Mage will still have his farm and will be still too hard to stop.
It shall not be.
It all comes down to that window of opportunity you get for yourself by shutting the Anti-Mage down. Just increasing that window is all that they care for. And they actually back off here. Going behind their creep wave. Kind of surprised to see them not going for trying to go for the back end of this, for Toby maybe diving from behind, but maybe now they want to. Ping goes off from Bruno. He wants to, and he sees Toby on low HP. Dragon Slave will clear out some neutrals, and well, power shot misses, but it was there anyways. And you can't really dive too far into the enemy creeps. Creeps still do so much damage. But if they are at least able to get the neutrals, so Nightmare up on Lina, they might want to try to go for this open wounds. Now on the Bane though, with no Nightmare, might be helping out, but hello Purge, welcome to the fight. Gonna be able to pick up Bruno once again, and the rest of the good studio trying to get themselves away from there. Running for their lives, no kill going the way of the good studio. They thought they had it, they thought they could get it with a Nightmare on cooldown. And getting the Bane. The Shackle was actually latching, it's just there was no follow-up damage because in comes Purge. In the meantime, not in comes Weapons. Weapons is level 6, can try to turn things around in the top lane, but he has to be certain, otherwise he might as well continue with just the farm. On the bottom lane we do still have Script farming, has his Ring of Aquila, has his Tranquil Boots, and on the top lane actually, Durka harassing Draskell, but who rages and just uses the rage to get away, and now he's out of mana. Does have his Phase Boots, gets a clarity from his teammates, which is nice. Lina. Level 3 right now, level 3 on the Windrunner as well. I mean, this is one of the downsides if you are on the aggressive trial and you're not getting anything, you're gonna get behind on levels a lot. Draskell level 4, but Durka level 5, and the supports of 4 gig is are pretty okay as well. Level 4, level 3, while there are actually 2 level 3s on the side of the good studio. Wow, names hard. Chase down. Darkseer. He is Darkseer, able to get himself away. This is a far dive from Scriff. If there's one TP in, he is gonna be dead. He does not have any mana for a cooldown. Cooldown would allow him to get himself away. And here comes a TP. It is gonna be Purge, and Purge is gonna be getting Rocket Barrage. Actually, Purge taking a lot of damage there, but will be able to, or not. Can Scriff turn this around? No, he cannot. He will go down, not fighting under the tower. would have been better for him as he drops indeed. Tower actually gets the last hit, so gold's gonna get split. That's okay-ish. But a dive that he could have expected seeing going the wrong way. So Purge making the plays. Has been in 2 kills out of the 3. It is 3-0 right now. As we've got Weapons picking up the DD rune. Maybe he's going to be able to do something with that. He's going to go top. Has got that RP. Full on HP, full on mana. He's ready for it. We're ready for it. Let's see if they can turn this around, because that is going to be their goal. Where are his supports? Look at the positioning from the Dire team. Nightmare up on the Windrunner. Open wounds up on the Bane. There goes the Brainstep trying to help out. It is going to be the Bane that will go down. There he goes. Lifestealer picking up the gold. It is Toby that gets a stun in the face and a shackle on the face, and is going to be going down through the shockwave of the Magnus, and it is going to be Durka that wants to go for Bruno. Light Strike Array hits Bruno on the way out. Durka gets an RP in the face, another shockwave going through, and one more hit. There we go, double damage rune, double kill for Weapons, but now Purge comes in out of mana. Will still be having just enough to blink away with the stick charges, and that will keep him safe, but can't get him a return kill, and that is all of a sudden 3 deaths on the side of the good studio. And Kaden, did I miss one? No, I did not. Nope, we did not. We saw it all. We saw it all. And that was a wipe on the tri lane with the RP being used, patiently waiting until he found that, not wasting it on any other heroes. Weapons actually spending his RP properly, gets himself mana boots, and will be going back to that mid lane to continue his farm to save up for his blink dagger. And it is gonna be the tri lane, aggressive tri lane that I mean, this was not the aggressive tri lane winning their lane. The aggressive tri lane did not win their lane. This was Weapons coming in to try and make it even again. Right now, though, this is gonna be the good studio that has to be rethinking, like, you know what, do we want to go back into the top lane, or do we want to do something else? And it looks like that is gonna be the case. Draskell needs farm badly, and he can't get it on the top lane, so he needs to go somewhere else. He's going to be going either bottom or mid, depending on where Scriff is going to be staying / going, because Scriff, he is back on the bottom lane, or still on the bottom lane after dying, obviously, and is happy, quite happy there. Doesn't really want to go anywhere just yet. Maybe Draskell wants to farm heroes instead of creeps, might be the case, but he's going to be taking on some farm in the mid lane for now. As we don't actually have any wards up in this area for the good studio, even they wouldn't see this anyway, as this is a smoke. But we'll see how they are, where they're gonna go, because they're of course gonna go for Scriff. They actually see Draskell. They might go for Draskell instead. Draskell gonna go for a gank. Smoke is still there though. They couldn't get the kill in time. Not decisive enough. And Draskell coming to help farm. I guess help farm. Yeah, coming to farm. Take the farm from Scriff, TP out from Scriff to top lane, so they switch it around. This might actually not be what Draskell was waiting for though, because he thinks, oh, good, we swap lanes. There's one lane that has free farm and the other one that doesn't have free farm, so I will be going to the lane that has free farm, and all of a sudden, he's got 4 heroes on his roof soon, because not only are the 2 supports here, even though the smoke has worn out, Purge is in as well with the haste rune, and this is going to be Draskell's death. If the TP support is not going to be there in time. There's no level 6 hit on the Bane. He rages. There's a TP support. It's going to be Weapons that comes in. It is going to be the Capitalist in a lot of trouble. Going to get open wounds. Able to search himself away. Sonic Wave hits on 2. Here comes Weapons. RP up on 2. Purge not in it though. Shockwave going through. It is going to be a brain sap keeping the Bane alive. And Magnus actually going down. Power Shell not high enough level to kill off anybody. And no deaths on the side of the Dire. They didn't get a kill on the Lifestealer. So I guess that's okay for the good studio, but they did get Magnus, and they did make sure that RP was used. In the meantime, on the top lane, Bruno got left alone, is going to be feeling that one, and it is going to be Purge that gets the kill for that dominating Queen of Pain right now. Scriff still going to be able to pick up a kill here, while still diving towers, because that's what he does. Able to pick up Toby, and will be getting Dirk on his roof. Will be able to rocket barrage him away, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Not with Purge still having a Scream up his sleeve. Doesn't really have anything more but a Scream, and it actually is enough for him to get away. So nicely done for Scriff, not dying in that encounter, actually getting a kill out of that, making something negative into a positive thing. Oh my god, silver linings. There we go. In the meantime, Webpa's back on the mid lane. I mean, he just died. Was his first time that he went down, but it does get him further away from his blink dagger, which he actually you know, is very far from actually. 200 gold in his inventory, and he also needs a bit of gold from towers that you might think would go down at some point, because no towers have gone down yet the entire game. Gold graph has been going back and forth. Experience graph, same story, but it has been going back and forth. I think with this change in the aggressive tri lane, I'm still not sure if that's the right choice. I actually think it's the wrong choice. I think that both Bruno and Too Good should be trying to get some farm, maybe in the jungle, pooling, stacking, unless they know for sure that they can get kills. And actually they can get Bruno, they can get Toby here. He's by himself. They know that Rocket Barrage is going to be their TP, or there's going to be a TP in. Actually, yeah, there goes the Capitalist. It's going to be Toby that still goes down. Durga comes in, nice vacuum, hits on 2. Bruno goes down, Too Good on the way out. Scriff doing what he can to stop that, but the Scream will still be there. RP gonna be hitting up on Durga. Shockwave going through. Purge already going down as well. That is going good for the Good Studio. Can they get more is the question. The Capitalist on the way out. Gonna get a homing missile on the face, but that won't kill him off. And maybe with this they can get a tower. Definitely with this they can get a tower. Weapons is actually gonna be man fighting a tower, and he should be able to get this battle.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Scriff is going to be taking the last hit then. Nobody is going to be in time there for the deny. Scriff takes the gold and has got a Shadow Blade ready as well. Those RPs keeping them in the game, and Scriff of course as well doing really nicely in this game, and is able to just keep the flow going with the free farming gyros. That makes such a big difference here, even with the on the farm supports of the Good Studio.
Haste.
Drums complete in the meantime up on Draskell. The expected item choice, as I said. Race car, life student. All remains to be seen if he actually wants to go for a Sanjang Yashe or if he wants to go for something else. Purge in the meantime just died for the first time in that RP. He's gonna be going for the Orchid by the looks of it. Gonna be helping a lot if he's gonna be preventing those RPs, because like I said, those RPs keep them in the game, and if you can stop those from happening, it is going to be the Good Studio who's going to be in a tough position right there. In the meantime, on the top lane, we do have some issues, maybe. Nope, not issues at all. Just Griff stealing some creeps there. And they are listening. But they are indeed now stacking and farming in that jungle to get themselves some levels. We do have a level 6 up on Bruno, as well as a level 2 shackle up on the Windrunner, level 2 shackle, level 2 power shot. Basically the skill points that you would expect, but normally, well, yeah, well, you kind of need more levels on a Windrunner, which is why it's normally solo lanes as well. But she is of course playing this as a support. Can't really expect more. Infest out, Bane, dead Bane, Nightmare, Light Striker Ray getting dodged, but that power shot helping out to get Scriff to kill. Durka not wanting to sit around and stay. This is gonna be towers going down, and the fact that Good Studio is actually getting towers right now is really helping them a lot. Getting that core gold up, getting those core items up, and look at what it does to the gold graph. Just puts them in favor of this game, and is gonna be getting them a lot of extra means to fight, because they keep fighting. This is an illusion. They keep fighting. The Dire team is not really keeping fighting, but they're not avoiding them specifically either. I mean, every time a fight happens, instead of running back or anything like that, they just TP in and gonna be there to take the fight, even though it might not be in their favor. With the RP on the board. Blink Dagger up on Wepas, making a big difference as well. This is, I mean, after a bit of a tough start, as I said, even if they don't really win the top lane, they still had script farming, and that actually helped them out, as well as, of course, Wepas not really losing mid lane. In terms of net worth, he is now slightly ahead of the Queen of Pain. Was, of course, slightly behind for the entire time, but that is to be expected. You can't really win against the Queen of Pain solo mid. That is gonna be really tough. So it is gonna be yeah, good job for Wepas to be able to do that in the mid lane and not lose too many last hits, getting himself some solid farm. In the meantime, Purge is sitting on 5-1-1. Is the guy that is supposed to be keeping his team, well, let me rephrase that, is supposed to be keeping the enemy team occupied so that they don't gank up on Durka's anti-mage. It's supposed to be getting that mid-game control, mid-game dominance, to make sure that indeed anti-mage can free farm, and that there's basically no chance for the Good Studio to go for 5-man Dota, because there would not be 5 people alive at one point the whole time, if that makes sense. No, they're gonna go for this. Light Strike Array, Shadow Blade helping out. Is there gonna be a surge in time? Nope. There was a surge, but not on time. It is gonna be Draskell that picks up the kill. Has got now an armlet, or gloves of haste actually. Gonna go for an armlet, I think. Tier 1 tower, last one standing on the map, getting a bit of harassment here. In the meantime, talking about tower harassment, Purge is doing the same thing on the top lane. I mean, even if he's not ganking, he's still doing the same thing, as in trying to force the enemy team away from 5-man pushing. It is his job, he does it. That is not working out, well, that's okay, at least he'll have a tower. He'll get ganked though, still. Wepa's coming in and actually might be able to get a kill here. The RP was not used. It might actually, if he would have used that, that might have actually been a kill, but didn't try. Tower goes down, actually gets destroyed properly instead of getting denied. Bane goes down again, no real surprise there, as that is gonna be one hero that we're gonna be seeing the good studio picking off every time again. And this is a tier 2 tower under heavy siege, and there's no real sign of any kind of form of defense coming in from 4G, 1G, 1C.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That makes sense. Battle Fury, gonna be the one that Durka has actually got complete. There we go. Good for him. Doesn't have treads though. Like normally you'd see Anti-Mage with treads purely because he kind of needs that attack speed. Without that attack speed, the Battle Fury does make a difference, but not that big of a difference. Tranquil Boots will help out, but the speed of which you farm with in the jungle, like the flash farming without treads, is not going to be as effective. So hopefully he'll be dismembering those boots for his Vlad soon, as that is probably the logical item. Armlet ready up on Draskell with all those towers going down, and he is actually in a bit of a tough position. Gonna get ganked. Ooh, that was a Fiend script trying to get used. There is a sentry ward up on the Bane. He could, if she just placed that one. No, doesn't place it, and actually Fiend's grip. Draskell doesn't matter. Scriff is bashing him down anyway. And takes the farm as it comes on the neutrals as well. And that's a mega kill streak for Scriff, who has got almost his BKB ready. Isn't it called dismember? Dismembering boots. Disassemble boots. Oh, Capitalist in trouble. There's the surge. Mechanism surge is there, but again, not in time. First surge, then mech. Might have worked out, but the amount of burst damage that the good studio has right now is just too damn big. And they're gonna be going just surgical precision, just taking out all the towers. Probably after that gonna go for Roshan. Probably after that trying to go up to the tier 3s. Depending on, of course, how 4Gig actually responds. Because if they're gonna allow for a tier 3 push, I do think that good studio will actually take a Sonic Wave. Seemingly not doing anything, or at least not that much. We do not have any mechanism up on the team though. And that is something that is...
bottom tower has
kinda interesting. If you're gonna go for 5-man pushes, Toby, then we're going down, obviously.
I break your life.
And that is gonna be the start of the mechanism for Too Good. As we'll see them smoke up. We see the drawing on the minimap, and they're instantly gonna be finding these people right here. It's gonna be the Bane as well as the Queen of Pain. Purge and B2RU is gonna be the target. Purge is able to jump more, but the Shackle! The Shackle! And that is gonna be Pro Shackles coming out from Too Good. I bet you're not gonna hear the end of this, just so you're aware. But yeah, that was a nice Shackle. Totally intended, obviously. Meantime, Draskell gets himself ready to get himself an Orchid. Actually almost has that complete already. Just for the Queen of Pain, that is. If they can jump on anybody, they can jump on the Queen of Pain. No more blinks. And not just Queen of Pain, of course. Anti-Mage also blinks.
Illusion.
And Dirk able to blink himself away. Has got his treads. Did disassemble his boots. And actually has got the rest still in his inventory. So we'll still be going for that Vlads at some point, one way or another. In the meantime, like I said, towers. Tier 2 gonna be the next tower for the good studio that they want to take down. We're already warding in anticipation of that. They have got amazing ward coverage in the Dire jungle, by the way. Just saying that nobody can really farm safely in the Dire jungle / mid lane without permission of the good studio. Now, Roshan is not really covered by either team. Quite surprising at that, as I'm kind of expecting that to be the next target, but we'll see. Maybe they're still gonna be doing that, as They kind of lack a creep wave right now to push, but they'll solve that. They'll kill off the enemy heroes and then they'll go. There is of course a BKB ready. Shadowblade is ready as well. They kind of, well, they can probably pick off the Capitalist. There's a sentry placed already, so they can't really sneak up on anybody through this route, but they can go that way. If they want to. I know, my drawings are amazing. Never mind. It is gonna be no, there's gonna be no defense to for this tier 2 tower. And the tier 2 tower goes down in the good studio. Probably gonna go for Roshan next. And gonna be on their way. Purge is gonna be in their way. Maybe they can take him down as he goes. He has got of course that blink. There's no Orchid ready just yet. And the blink is indeed there, and Purge is gonna be just fine. Skewer RPs. Oh, poor Purge. He just got bursted down fast, and that is gonna be indeed Roshan. As expected. Darkseer, what are you doing there? He is playing so safe right now. Yeah, well, Roshan goes down. Uncontested, as expected. This is just, like, I talked about it a little bit. I mean, you have that window of opportunity that you try to make bigger for your, before that anti-mage is gonna be too big. Well, they definitely still have quite a bit before this anti-mage is gonna be too big. He does have his Blast now as well, but he needs so much more. He needs to get his Mantle style, and even then, he's not really immortal. And he is actually going to go down. He needs also, he needs his Mantle Cell to be able to split from the Orchid. That is actually ready, demonstrated there. He needs his heart to be able to survive. And yeah, he's not going to get that anytime soon. And this is going to be an easy push into the base with still the RP up again in 30 seconds actually only. Not good. There's a Lifestealer infested in this Magnus, so the blink initiation is still there, even without the RP. A nice flat cannon stolen by Toby. Let's see what he can do with that. His attack damage is of course not that high, but at least he'll be able to push the lanes back. I mean, you want to have some kind of turtle potential. Getting flat cannon is very good. Darkseer has a very high turtle potential as well with the Iron Shell. Darkseer wall as well. Very hard to push into. Ooh, Epos wanted to try and blink and skewer the Capitalist out. Wasn't able to do that though. And just lands a shockwave. In the meantime, tier 3 tower is going to be the target. Here comes the Capitalist though, looking for that Darkseer will vacuum back in. Only gets Bruno though. Bruno still taking a lot of harassment from tower and his own illusion. But the mechanism and stick charges will help him keep up, even though he gets chased by his own illusion. That's okay. Now all I need to do is wait until the wall disappears. Are they going to be letting the top lane getting pushed out is the question? I think they are. Of course, there's still a tier 3 tower. Maybe when we see the ping coming off from the Bane, I mean, maybe they want to try something there, but they don't have boots of travel, and I doubt they have enough money to actually go for boots of travel and do something with that. There they go. Up to the high ground with them, seeing how far they can push. Capitalist already Iron Shell up, trying to pull the creep wave behind the tower. Flat cannon forcing everybody of the Dire team away. While the tier 3 tower is gonna take a fall. Look at the Capitalist HP. That is just flat cannon doing the works. Fortification gonna get popped. Shackle, just power shot, cool down, dead. Capitalist down. In the meantime, RP hits upon the Rubik alone. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be Pierce. It's gonna get silenced up. Gonna be going down as well. Open wounds up on him. Capitalist back inside the action. Ball back. But is it gonna be enough? Durka is gonna get shackled, gonna get killed. Capitalist might be able to pick up weapons here. That would be nice, but he is gonna be running for his life. Surges himself back into his base. And will be able to do that, but he's the only one left alive, and the only reason he is alive is because he bought back. And that is going to be one set of lanes completely gone, and I doubt that the Good Studio will stop with this. They still have the Aegis in the hands of Scriff. It is actually a TP out from Lepes because he felt he was a bit too low to be staying around here. Capitalist going to get open wounded, doesn't have a surge because the Orchid was of course there. Whoa, Toby got one hit, already down to 1/3 of his HP. 2/3 of his HP that is. Goes down, double kill going the way of Scriff. Nice Nightmare, only delaying execution though. Will be a triple kill going the way of Scriff on his Gyrocopter, who has got 5,000 gold in his inventory. And the GG gets called. It will be the Good Studio that will move on to the next round. This is of course the quarterfinals of the Staff Cup number 3. And someone called a fake GG, but oh well. Never over with AM. Okay, well, we'll continue. We'll play along, right? No disconnects yet. And we'll see how they're gonna continue on. There you go. Someone in the chat says already, I want to hear James screaming trash talk on Toby right now. Well, that's your start of it. Rock Barrage, cooldown, Purge in some trouble. Is able to blink away in time. Durka though, not gonna be in time. Or is he? Rock Barrage, Black Cannon, that's Toby going down. And the Mana Void able to pick up the Aegis. Durka stuck inside the tree though. And the Rock Barrage will be able to hit on Durka if he just gets a bit of vision there, which he does. Hello, Durka, welcome back. And that's a double kill going away of Wepas. I think he has redeemed himself with RPs. I think he has. He has not missed a single RP this entire game. And his RPs have definitely been making a difference. You can come back, I rape here. That is indeed true. Script has got the rapier.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'll return the favor.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Let me just... Oh, how do you do that?
That wasn't too bad.
Shameless. Shameless self-promotion. As of course I'll be streaming the qualifiers out as well. Everybody does. Everybody streams. Including Toby.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Including the good studio probably as well. So everybody will stream out all qualifiers. I don't think you have to worry about not being able to watch it at your favorite caster. Anyways, they're still fighting somehow. Cooldown coming down on 3. Great cooldown from Script, who has of course got the Divine Rapier, but is indeed, and then also getting everybody killed with the Flag Cannon. Triple kill going the way of Script with Anti-Mage still going down too good.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Monster kill.
Monster kills. That was Purge. Purge died. And yeah, we're gonna be just waiting until the throne goes down, and then we're gonna be having the semi-finals. I'm not quite sure who they're gonna be up against, but the good studio will be fighting again. It is gonna be another captain's mode game though. There will be another trader mode game, but that will not be until the finals, so we'll have to wait for that one to happen. As the finals will be one trader mode game, one captain's mode game, and then the last game will be the if there is a last game, that is, will be a game that's determined by the... What's Ruben doing? He's in the elevator going down. Will be determined by the community, by which mode it is. Anyways, and let's see the next game. Stick around, more Dota 2 coming up, coming your way for the StaffCup number 3, and we'll be back with you shortly.